Hello, good morning student. This is your lecture number 8 on digital electronics. In the last class we have studied about the universal gate, that is your NAND gate and NOR gate, and thereafter I taught you about the symbol of the NAND gate, then the truth table of NAND gate, then why this NAND and NOR gate is known as universal gate. I have already explained you, because by using this NAND and NOR gate we are able to design any logic in digital electronics, or any basic gate can be implemented by using this NAND and NOR gate. Hence this gate is known as universal gate. The next is I have started implementation of NOT gate, AND gate, OR gate by using your NAND and NOR gate in order to prove the statement that this gate is known as universal gate. So the next question is design or gate by using two input NAND gate. That means you want to design a NAND gate which is going to behave as a OR gate, and we also know the expression of OR gate as well as your NAND gate. Now it's time to design or implement your OR gate by using NAND gate. So first of all, what is the expression for your OR gate? What is the expression of your OR gate? This is the symbol of your OR gate, and if you apply input A, B, then what will be the expression? Y is equal to A plus B, A or B. And what is the expression for your NAND gate? I have already explained you the symbol. NAND is the combination of AND and NOT gate. Hence A, B and A and B whole complement is the expression for your NAND gate. So I want to design this NAND gate which is going to behave as OR gate. That's why this gate is also known as universal gate. That I am going to prove it. In the last class I implement the NOT gate by using NAND gate. In this class I am going to implement your OR gate by using your NAND gate. So my target is, this OR gate is my target, and I have the input, or I have the gate which is available with me is your NAND gate. So I want to design from this NAND gate, we are going to design this OR gate. Then how to start it? So see here, the expression for your OR gate we already know, that is A or B. So Y is equal to A or B, and from your complement law you have already know from your complement law, that is A complement of complement is always going to becomes A, that is A bar of bar, A complement of complement, that I can denote this way, or A bar whole bar is always going to equal to A. Similarly I am going to apply, I can write this as A or B complement, or A or B whole bar, that becomes A or B. Hence inside this is outer bar, this is your outer bar, and this is your inner bar. So in order to open this inner bar, just consider this inner bar. I am going to apply here your De Morgan's law. So what this De Morgan's law states, that A or B whole complement is equal to A bar and B bar. So I am opening this A bar and B bar whole bar. So always remember, whatever expression you have given, always takes this apply this complement law and then open this by using your De Morgan's law, then we are going to implement that gate. So obviously now we have A bar and B bar whole bar. So how many number of NAND gate is required in order to implement this OR gate? Here this A bar is going to implemented by one NAND gate, this is another NAND gate, and this whole expression by using another NAND gate. That means 3 NAND gate we need to implement that OR gate. So how to implement this? Now I am going to implement this expression by using your NAND gate. So obviously I have already taught you in the last class how to implement this NOT gate by using NAND gate. That means we have to apply the same input. Here I am applying the same input, that is here A here apply I am A, and this is also A. So A dot A whole bar, which is nothing but A and A is A, hence this becomes A bar. Remember this type of question they will ask you like that. The question is what are universal gates are available, or what do you mean by universal gate? Then design OR gate by using your NAND gate or NOR gate. So that type of question they ask you, the simple expression they ask you in your semester examination. So carefully observe this, how I am going to implement. So this is your A bar. So now I am implementing this A bar. Now the next is B bar. So similar way, apply both the input with the same as B. So here this is coming as B bar. So now I have implemented this B bar. Now I am going to combine this A bar and B bar with this gate, because I am applying this B bar is applied as an input and A bar is applied as an input to this gate. Hence this is the property of NAND gate. This is the symbol for your NAND gate, A bar B bar whole bar. And from this expression, A bar B bar whole bar is nothing but your A or B. This is nothing but your A or B. So in this way, by using your NAND gate, NAND as OR, in this way I have implemented your OR gate by using NAND gate. So how to prove this? Also you can prove here, apply your De Morgan's law, that is A bar whole bar or B bar whole bar. So A bar bar, that is A complement is always equal to A or B. So in this way we can implement your OR gate by using NAND gate. The next is another example. I am going to show you how you are going to implement. Design A, the question is implement or design your circuit A or BC. Design A, the function F is equal to A or B and C by using two input NAND gate. Design this function F is equal to A or B and C by using two input NAND gate. This is very important. See how I am going to implement this. First of all, the basic logic is A or B and C. So how you are going to implement this F is equal to A or B and C? So obviously first we are going to implement this by using your AND gate. So I am applying B, C, and from the output of this AND gate is B and C. Then we have another input which is A, so I am taking this as A, and finally what? We have an expression B and C, then A, and finally both the expression combined by using OR. So I am going to design that with this way. So I am applying this, one of the input, this OR gate is B and C, and another input is directly applied which is A. Hence the output of this gate is F is equal to A or B and C. So this is the basic. By using basic gate you can implement this logic, but the question is we are going to design this circuit, design this function by using NAND gate. So next is I am going to implement this expression by the help of NAND gate. That's why this NAND and OR gate is known as universal gate. That means any logic function or any basic gate we can implement by using your universal gate, that is your NAND gate or NOR gate. So I am going to implement this. So this is the, by using the basic gate I have implemented. Now how to implement this by using NAND gate? So obviously I have already told you, first take the, if this is given, then take this as A or B and C bar whole bar. 2 times bar means the same expression, the expression not going to change, because we have already studied from your complement, that is A complement whole complement is always going to equal to A. So I am, nothing is changed here, this expression and this expression is same. I am going to design this by using your NAND gate, hence I am applying double bar. So always keep that in mind. First step is applying whole bar. Then this inner bar I am going to open it, this inner bar I am going to open it. So by how to open this, we have already known A or B whole bar is equal to A bar and B bar from your De Morgan's law. So the same I am applying here A bar, and in place of B here we have expression B and C. So B and C whole bar. So now we have cleared from this that we are going to implement this by using your NAND gate. Obviously this is A complement, one gate, one NAND gate, here another NAND gate, and for this whole complement we need another NAND gate. That means we need whole total 3 NAND gate in order to implement this A or BC. So how to implement this? First we are going to design this A bar. So always remember, if I apply the same input to both the input of the NAND gate, the output becomes A bar. Here this is A and also this is also A. I am applying this is also A. Hence this NAND gate act as a inverter, that is your A bar. Inverter or A complement or A bar, both are same. So finally the next one is your B and C whole bar. So apply B and C. So B and C whole bar, this is your A bar. So now this is your A bar, B and C whole bar. So finally this is your A bar, B, this gate output is B and C whole bar, and finally I am applying this A bar, B and C whole bar to this gate, and the output of this gate is A bar and B and C whole bar, and this is nothing but your A or BC, because I have got this expression or derived this expression from this expression only, that is your A or BC. So previously I have implemented this expression by using OR and AND gate. Now I have implemented this by using 2 input NAND gate, because I am applying here each gate, I have applied two inputs, hence this gate is also known as two input NAND gate. So in this way we can implement this function f is equal to a or bc by using NAND gate. Another example I am going to show you how to approach for your NOR gate. So implement design f is equal to, next question is to try this at your home, try to implement all the sum of product of sum. We will also, I will solve many more problems on this. So design f is equal to a or b by using two input NOR gate. By using two input NOR gate. So obviously I have a expression that is OR gate, f is equal to a or b, but I am going to implement that by using your NOR gate. So what is the, so function given as a or b, and we have already shown this expression is for your OR gate, but my target is I am going to implement this by using NOR gate. So how to implement, how to design this by using NOR gate? You all know the expression for this NOR gate is a or b whole bar. This is the expression for your NOR gate, and the symbol for your NOR gate is, so this is the symbol for your NOR gate. That means this gate produce, this is the combination of OR and NOT, and this gate finally produce the output a or b whole bar. So I have written there the expression is a or b whole bar, and the symbol for this NOR gate circuit is a, this is the symbol for your NOR gate. So I am going to derive, I am going to implement this expression by using NOR gate. Then how to implement? So obviously f is equal to, we are going to take this as a or b whole bar. This is the way we are going to take, because 2 times bar means nothing has changed. This expression is same as this expression. This expression is same as this expression. So obviously now the game is over. Obviously we can implement this expression by using that NOR gate, because you have already known that output of the NOR gate is a or b whole bar. So how many gates is needed? This is one gate, and whole bar is also another gate. So 2 NOR gate is required to implement OR gate. So how to implement this? First I am going to apply simple, this is your NOR gate a or b whole bar. So I am getting a or b whole bar. Now just apply this same as, because I am applying this a or b as well as this input is also a or b whole bar. So this expression is known as a or b whole bar, which is nothing but a or b. So in this way you can design a OR gate by using your NOR gate. So hence I have proved extensively that NOR gate and NAND gate is, why this gate is also known as universal gate, because by using this NAND and NOR gate I am able to implement any logic by using this NAND and NOR. Hence this gate is also known as universal gate. Any digital function or any logic, any basic gate we can design by using your expression NAND and NOR. I have already solved 3 to 4 problems on it. You try at home to implement. Now the homework question is design f is equal to F is equal to A or B and C by using two input NOR gate. This is the homework question. You try at your home. Design F is equal to A or B and C by using two input NOR gate. So next gate we will study about, which is very very important. The next gate in the entire Boolean algebra, this gate is very very important. That is your XOR, or we can also denote it as XOR or EXOR or XOR, XOR gate, XOR gate. XOR gate. So this is very very important with respect to your logic gates. Many times in 2 mark question they ask you about this XOR gate. Draw the symbol for this XOR gate. Write down the expression for the XOR gate. Write down the truth table for your XOR gate. So many questions they ask you from this gate. So this gate is very very important with respect to your entire logic gate we have studied till now. The most important is this XOR and XNOR gate. I am going to explain after this gate another gate which is your XNOR gate, and that's the last gate we will study. So this XOR gate, first we will see what is the symbol for this XOR gate. The symbol for this XOR gate is so this is the symbol for your XOR gate. Don't confuse with your OR gate. OR gate we don't have this layer. Here we have to draw this like, and this gate is your XOR gate, and the output of this gate Y is how you are going to write in Boolean algebra this. So this is the symbol for your XOR. This is the symbol for your XOR gate. You just write a plus and circle it. If you write only a plus, that denotes your OR gate, and with the plus if you circle it, that denotes in Boolean algebra is your expression for your XOR gate. So this is the symbol for your XOR gate. So when this XOR gate output is 1, so condition is, now we will study about the truth table. So in truth table we will see when this gate produce the output is 1. The target is when this gate will produce the output is 1. So I am writing a statement here. XOR gate, this is very very important, keep that in mind. XOR gate produce output one or high if and only if and only if. I am writing this statement, if and only if one of the input is 1. That means 1 or high. That means the minimum number of input required for this XOR gate is 2. If one of the input is 1, this XOR gate output will be always equal to 1. If one of the input is 1, if one of the input is 1, not both the input, if one of the input is 1, other must be equal to 0, then only the output of the XOR gate is equal to 1. So how? So remember this statement, XOR gate produce output 1 or high if and only if one of the input is 1 or high and the other one is must be 0. So next, what is the truth table for this XOR gate? And from this truth table we will draw the expression. Actually this is the symbol, then what is the expression, then comes your truth table. So obviously we have two input A, B and output is Y. So if you have two inputs A, B, then how many combination we have possible? That is 4 possible. I have drawn this table many a times, 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So the 4 possible combination of the input is we can apply to this gate is either 0 0 or 0 1 1 0 or 1 1. So when I have already written that statement, keep that in mind that the XOR gate output is high or 1 only when one of the input is 1. One of the input is if and only if one of the input is high or 1. That means here first observe this 0 0. In this case both the inputs we are applying as A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. Obviously none of the input is high or 1, hence output will be 0. Next is 0 1. Here we can observe B here is 1, that means one of the input is 1 and other is 0, the output will be obviously 1. The XOR gate output will be 1 only if and only if one of the input is 1. Again 1 0, here also one of the input is 1 and other one is 0, then output will be 1. In the last case, see here both the inputs are 1. Here both the inputs are 1. Obviously, in that case also output will be 0. So keep that in mind. In XOR gate, the output will be 1 in 2 cases, and that 2 case is when one of the input is 1. In this case the B is 1, in this case the A is 1, only when we will produce the XOR gate produce the output as 1. When both the inputs are 0, when both the inputs are 1, the output of the XOR gate is 0. Keep that in mind, and this gate is very very important. They are asking with respect to your entire logic gate, if at all they ask any question from the logic gate, they must ask you about this XOR gate or XNOR gate. First, to what is the expression or the symbol for the XOR gate, or the truth table for the XOR gate, or any application of your XOR gate. So first, then we will see when this expression is 1, that means when A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1, then the output will be 1, or when A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0, then only output is equal to 1. So from this we can write the expression, the logic expression for your XOR gate, that is if I open this A XOR B, that means A bar B, that is here we can see A0 means A complement, that is A bar, and B A bar B, because B is here 1, or in what other case the output will be 1, that is your A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0, so I can write A B bar. So this is the two case where we can find the output will be 1. Hence I have written this expression for your XOR gate. So the expression, the Boolean expression for your XOR gate is nothing but A complement and B, or A and B bar, A and B bar. So keep that in mind. They are asking repeatedly this expression. What is the expression for your XOR gate? So this is the expression for your XOR gate. So if that means this is A XOR B symbol, this plus surrounding the circle, this plus one circle is there, so that denotes your XOR gate. And if I open this, the expression for your XOR gate is A bar and B, or A and B bar. So this is the expression for your XOR gate. So application of this XOR gate is, there are many applications. We will see in combinational circuits when I will teach you half adder, full adder. There we will see many application of this XOR gate. That is in adder circuit in your computer. When we add something or subtract something, we'll design that on a chip by using this your XOR gate. So here I am writing one expression, one note. That means this XOR gate is odd number of 1s detector. Odd number of 1s detector. What does it mean? So what do you mean by odd number of 1s detector? That means from the previous truth table we have seen, when one of the input is 1, then only the output will be 1. If more than 3 or 4 input is applied your XOR gate, that is the minimum input is 2, but we can apply 4 or 5 or more than that, A, B, C, D, E for example. If 5 inputs are applied, then when this XOR gate will produce the output is 1. The question is when the XOR gate will produce the output is 1. The XOR gate produce output 1 only when there is odd number of 1, odd number of input each 1. That means if I draw here, you can see A, B, C, D, and another input is E. So odd, even you have already studied about in math. Odd number of 1 means either A is equal to 1 or remaining all are 0, then only output will be 1, or A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1, and for example C is equal to 1, remaining D is equal to 0, E is equal to 0. That means here 3 inputs are 1. 3 is also a odd number. If 3 inputs are 1, that is this XOR gate is, the application of XOR gate is act as a odd 1 detector, hence that satisfies this condition. That means here we have 3 inputs acting as 3 inputs I have applied as 1, hence this XOR gate output will be 1. If I make one of the input as D is equal to 1, that means here in this case we have 4 input as 1, that means even number of inputs are 1, hence the output will be 0. So XOR gate, remember XOR gate is odd number of 1s detector. That means if more than 3-4 input is applied, by seeing this input only we can guess the output, that will when the XOR gate will produce the output. So you have to keep that in mind, that is XOR gate acts as a odd number of 1s detector. This is one of the application of XOR gate also. And always remember this expression, when A is 0, that means B is 1, or A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0, then only the XOR gate output will be 1. Hence this expression A bar and B or A and B bar comes into picture. So thank you. In the next class we will see more about this XOR gate and XNOR gate, and practice NAND and NOR gate. You small expression that given example in your book Anand Kumar. So from that book you try to implement small expression by using NAND and NOR gate, which is very important with respect to your conventional question. So thank you.